church burned down at some point while I was asleep. Don't like starting right here with the door wide open, but what other choice do I have? Those monsters are still out there. And that little girl ran off, and... Well, I know our instinct is to protect her, but something tells me there's more to her than we at first assumed. Hello everyone, and welcome back to Mundaun. And I'm about to throw down with some hay creatures. And Black Phillip guides the way. I don't trust this goat as far as I can throw it, and in spite of its small stature, that's actually not very far. But I don't think we have much choice if we want to find her. We last saw you being pursued, and here you are completely fine. Made yourself a little paper boat, did you? Is that another message for me? Thank you. It's soldiers. That looks like soldiers pointing their guns at a very familiar person on a snowy mountaintop, with a corpse and some kind of creature inside a shelter. One of them I just noticed was holding a cross. I think our early theories were more accurate than I even thought. We're actually seeing our grandfather's memories. Looks like he's sleeping it off. Had a few too many to drink, huh? Oh my god, look at the face on that goat. Looks like he's gonna need to sleep something off too. Beautiful snow-white goat. But what a strange black pattern on its head. It's also got some kind of pouch around its neck. Its grandpa's a young man. Oh, we're not viewing his memory. We are physically here, it's like. There he is with his prized pipe. This must be during the war. Are you a devil or a prophet? You've got that glowing object around your neck. Grandpa, wait up. I wonder, is this someplace familiar? Someplace we can actually go? Or is this someplace far away that just happens to have similar terrain? My question is already answered. It's right here. Meaning you were probably defending your homeland, right? I wonder if this is referencing real history, if I would know more, if I understood it better. I just noticed, though, there is a door in the side of the mountain there. All I can think is, imagine what an opportunity it would be to be able to look back in time and see an old relative when they were younger. How much that would humanize them. It's in the hands of the Lord. Now, Jeremias was here. It's a whole army getting into position to attack. Look at that, they've got tanks and everything. And apparently they haven't played Hearts of Iron 4, they'd know they get a huge terrain debuff. As expected, our dear Corporal Walter is drunk. Any minute now, they'll attack. Grandpa doesn't seem to be all that worried. Even as the darkness conceals everything that's waiting down there. Have a look over the ridge. Have I told you, HR? My wife is with child again. I guess it doesn't matter now. It's over. Everything does not have to be lost, my friends. There is always a way. Wouldn't you agree? I called it. 100% a deal with the devil to give you one more day to protect your homeland. But eventually the debt had to be settled. These are the charred remains of the church. And the murals on the wall are similar, but corrupted. Now showing strange creatures instead of people. It's the goat from the dream. Or at least, the head of it. But what am I to do with it? I still can't go see where that staircase led. In fact, it's entirely collapsed away. I can't see much from these windows, but my gnarled, ragged hands will open this. The painter. I should take shelter underneath the big trees in the graveyard. This hail, it's pelting us. Or at least I think it's supposed to be hail. There's light in the graveyard. It's dark like rocks. I guess it's better than nothing. We can have a look around with our binoculars from here. Look at you, painting away like a madman. Is this not painful for you? Do you even know what pain is? Jeremias. Who's there? The idea of a black and white game is really interesting because I don't even notice details like you in the dark. I saw you in the war. I had a vision. I saw you in the war. Did Florina show you? She always was a peculiar child, so she is known to you. Those were dark times. The dark times are upon us again. Dark times. Did you see my chapel? It has been defiled. I have no idea how he could have ever passed the threshold and enter it. I saw an old man appear in my vision of the war. Who is he? He has appeared throughout history in times of despair, and it seems he's back among us once again. Hey, you happen to know where this goes? That was a gasp? This goat's head was placed on the altar. Allegria's head. Allegria? Who's Allegria? Corporal Walter's most prized goat. You must bring the head to Walter. He can tell you more, if he so chooses. Who is Corporal Walter? A fellow soldier of ours back in the war. Our corporal, actually, although he wasn't much of a leader. Florina, the little girl, is his niece. Where is Walter? I haven't seen him for many, many years. Your grandfather used to visit him in his bunker. I bet that's the door we saw on the side of the cliff. He brought him supplies. You should do the same if you want to speak with him. He's always been a drunken eccentric, and the war made him worse. Where is this bunker? You have to follow the street up the mountain. It's too far to walk, so I suggest you take Florin's Movil. What are these supplies that Grandpa brought him? Florine gave them this key for safekeeping. Maybe you can find out more in this study. Here you go. Oh, we got the cross key! Looks sort of like that thing we put on ourselves at night for keeping the demons away. Goodbye, Father. The Lord be with you. This Corporal Walter was a drunk and the war made him worse, and you were always a nervous wreck and the war made you worse. Seems like Grandpa always kept his cool, and, well, even being burned didn't take that away from him. All at once, the storm is gone and a fog falls over Mundaun. This is something. So, a little girl, a niece of this Corporal Walter. Maybe something was imparted to her by this mysterious stranger. Pleased to meet you. Hope you guessed my name. Look at this. We can even have a seat on the bench or place a pitchfork here. I think I'll hold on to it for the time being, gonna be honest. So there should be another one in here still, yes. Okay, it seems like the environment is fairly persistent then. By daylight, I'm not seeing any more of those creatures. Just think, that old war story took place right up there. I think we'll have a little bit more freedom now. That light bulb is swaying as if someone was just here. Hi. You've got something to say, don't you? No. No, of course you don't. And that vial around your neck doesn't glow, only in the dream. Imagine if I hadn't turned that light on earlier, you'd have been sitting in the shadows. But your grimace is something maybe resembling a slight smile now? I'd like to think you're benevolent. I'll be honest, I half expected you to be gone when I turned around. Some kind of miniature model? It doesn't work. I should check the batteries. Where does one check batteries? Is there a compartment somewhere? Faceless women carrying what the sound cues indicate are beehives. Oh, not faceless women, those are beekeeping suits. I was confused by the fact that I could just barely make out their mouths under the mask. This picture gave me nightmares as a child. Grandpa never took me with him to the beekeepers up near the Alp, but their honey is the best that I've ever tasted. All of this is the sins of the father, but can you blame them? Without that deal being made, presumably, we would never exist. These memories that we made here would never have come to be. Spire of the chapel. Oh, tobacco. There. The pipe is full now. Maybe... hang on, wait. Maybe I can smoke it myself? We're following in his footsteps, I suppose. Level-headed to a fault, that's what we need to remain. I feel something is stirring on the summit. Please, Lord, let me be wrong. Well, I don't think you are. Per Walter. Something Florina. Fane, Vinars. I unfortunately can't read that. For Walter. Honey. For Florina. Hay for the goats. And schnapps. For Walter. Next to schnapps, I can make out an erased word. Bathroom. Huh. Oh, look at that! We have our drawing of our charred grandfather, but we cut little eye holes in it so that our image of what he once was peeks through. We have images of the goat, of his war buddies. These honeypots are empty. No, but I can find some, right? Oh, I get it. These are batteries. One battery is missing. Yeah, but we can fix that. There we go. There was another one elsewhere, but you said one was all you needed. Standing over this little contraption, smoking our pipe. We've become him in more ways than we think. But what about the other track? Oh, by getting it inside. It's a timing puzzle. Well, not so much a puzzle. I see. Do we need to end up with both of you inside? Well, time to stop. Time to start looking at other doors. Oh, it is the ignition key. Okay. Well, thank you for telling me that this time. I wonder what smoking this pipe actually does for us. Like, is there a reason for us to do these optional objectives, or is it just another way for us to engage with the character? Not complaining either way. Certainly makes me feel like a man of the mountains stepping out to do his work on the farm in the morning. This old place came alive last night, and now you'd never know the difference. Look at you, sitting in the passenger seat. Okay, do you want to go for a ride like Grandfather used to take me? Alright, let's do it. Oh, you're joining me? Hold on to your seat. This will get bumpy. Okay, you can pick the tunes. You know, I'm not really into what the kids are into these days. But you do your own thing and I'll do mine. Down we go. To gather hay, drive over it. Okay. So it's basically like a harvester. Look, we even put our pitchfork on the front. But how do I know where the hay actually is? Do I just get it from the field? Oh, it's this stuff lining here. I thought it was being used to line a path. Here we are. Let's just collect all that. And our little meter on the left tells us how full we are. Maybe a bit bumpy. I'd be worried about this thing flipping over with you in here. I meant I'm worried about something happening to you. I'm not saying your weight is going to tip this thing. You look quite small. Still hanging in there? I'm hoping I don't accidentally dump you out. But I will admit, it is satisfying work. It's like we're playing Farm Simulator up in here. Should be collecting the last of it now. There we are. Oh, wow. Okay, now that might be enough to shift the weight. I have the schnapps and enough hay. I have to get the honey further up the mountain near the Alp. And then it's time to find the bunker and pay Walter a visit. Well, I'm sure he'll be glad to know we have his niece in tow. Either he's worried sick about her, or he's passed out drunk and has no idea she was out here during that storm. Still, you're kind of like the foil to that old man in this story, huh? You're the young, fresh face that seems creepy at a glance, but well, you're wise beyond your years and you're here to help. I hope. I will absolutely crash us both into a wall if you try to double-cross me. And to interact with the light button... Oh, look at that. We've got headlights. Ooh, and it says 161.3. The only thing is 165.5. How do I know? How do I know where we're at, though?
Kilohertz.
Kilohertz. A radio frequency? How do I know where we are? This is the frequency from the note which this responds to and opens. I had thought that would be the case, but that's honestly really cool. Would a mechanism like this actually have ever existed, or is that purely made up for the game? In general, the text seems to be all over the place, but that kind of adds to the charm. There's that lift we saw the man taking. Alright, stay right here. Oops. You can continue listening to music, but I want to get out. Alright, you'll be good there, right? It's like my character is suddenly struck by nerves, or you know what? And now I know why. Is there something in there? Yes, I can see something moving up in the rafters. And this opens the door. Stay here, alright? There's something over here. A mask, but no, it's not just any mask. It's moving. Turning on the light doesn't seem to have done anything to it. Look, we can even see the dust falling as it walks up there. There is a basement. A very dark basement. Can I still light this hay on fire? A clock. Okay, we can save there. And get ourselves some bread. Oh, which moves us towards that. So wait, maybe that's physical strength with like melee weapons and maybe we'll get a gun later? I have no idea what the thing on top would be. Well, I guess this stuff is all optional and can be found in the environment. Is it even worth trying to see what's upstairs? This very much feels like an experience rather than a clearly defined set of mechanics. It hasn't tutorialized me except on what is strictly necessary, but I found that intuition has actually gone a long way here. I could just burn the whole thing down. So why don't we try it, because you just saw me. So that's what that feature is for. You didn't see anything, alright? Somebody might ask you some questions later, but you were sitting in the passenger seat, you saw some smoke, that's all you know. Oh, and pay no attention to the whales. It's, conga night. Look, I don't expect you to believe me, I just expect you to play along. Will this burn itself out? Or will it actually just claim this entire structure? Starting to look like it's the latter. Oh, never mind, it actually did burn itself out. Although presumably we won't be able to pull that trick again in here. Everything went better than expected. It's a page of an old military rifle manual. And from this, yes, we gain stats in rifle. How that actually will manifest, I'm not sure. We can drop down there, but it does damage us. I figured at a certain point we have to test fall damage or else we may miss something later. The artist has left his work behind, but I think I know what it would depict. And there's nothing here for us to examine. We could take this lift down, but that's not what we want to do. Ooh, what about right here? There's so much to explore. Even just turning around when you're traveling a linear path seems to be proving very useful. Another artist's easel. And a key. Oh, does that mean that something else will burn nearby? Something that can be viewed from this overlook? Because so far, that's where we've seen you set up, at the barn and at the church. I'm just glad to know Jeremias made it out. But he's part of this curse, isn't he? Oh, look, we can actually walk along the mountain pass. I guess we won't be able to come back up, though. I'm guessing, though, that the reason it leads this way is because we can use it to open the locked door down here, right? There's hay in here. Should we be concerned? There we go, I knew it. Well, we got some more coffee to make us braver. Maybe that's also a permanent stat increase. Or actually, no, we never... Did we ever drink our last coffee? Hang on. No, we didn't. Yes, fear resistance permanently increased. That's exactly what it is. So... it's basically stamina. I keep accidentally pressing E, but... Alright, I understand this now. I love the design of this. I mean, we haven't tried combat yet. That guy's really just sitting there on the side of the road while I'm going on a mountain adventure and making coffee. Did you hear that? I swear I heard the sound of like an engine. Oh, from here. Wait, you can summon the hay loader by looking at the poster. Ah, there you are. Hey, for the purpose of science, I'm gonna need you to tell me in detail what you experienced just now. But come on, I'll make you a cup if you want. Kind of interesting how this aspect of the game, the fear upgrades, are actually a whole process. We gotta get our stuff, get some firewood, replace the burnt stuff, go to the well. And of course, the final step is enjoy it. It takes multiple components to get this type of upgrade working, but it seems to be worth it in the end. Getting the coffee was an optional objective. I wonder if the tobacco did something that I didn't notice. Alright. I wonder, can I have a sip while sitting in the driver's seat with you? There we go, we absolutely can. This is the kind of thing that I suspect we really want to upgrade early, because the last thing I want is to be caught slow. Let's ride once more. Yep. You don't mind me driving a little faster and bumpier, do you? After all, the gate's open, we might as well have some fun. Okay, I guess we're sort of forced to slow down in the tunnel. You know, I actually enjoy your company. You're a nice, positive presence when this whole place was so creepy and unwelcoming. Still, it is very much a sins of the father situation, and, well, Jeremias and Walther will also be targets of this curse, right? Time for the lights again. Listen to that radio echo in this dark tunnel. You sit tight, okay? Flirna, do you mean to tell me that you walked all this way? All on your own? Florina, they just tried to Wile E. Coyote us. It won't stop us, though. Can I not do it from here? I'll have to get out then. Well, it seems this is where we part ways. You're gonna have to wait a bit. Look at those shadows creeping across the ceiling, like a spider weaving a web. This is the old tunnel, son. I'm pleased that you found it. Who are these people in the cart? Fresh deliveries, maybe? Do you like my gift? What did you do to me? Ingrate. Where does this tunnel lead? Take a look for yourself. Your shadow points. Ugh. Hello? Where is she? We're just coming out on the other end of the tunnel without her. I need my wing woman. I actually feel kind of lost without her. How am I gonna explain this? Well, honestly, I'm assuming we'll find her somewhere up ahead. We arrived driving this thing. Did we ever leave? Florina's gone. I hope she's alright. I'm actually really glad we were able to remark on that. Not often a game lets you examine empty space. Okay, we don't quite know where this bunker is. But there's something off to the side of the road here. Beekeeping and that bridge. This place is long abandoned, yet there's a light on. On my way to the beekeepers to procure some of their famous honey. Why does the only path to the bridge lead through that painter's house? Yeah, that would be a small mountain town problem to have. The only way to get to where you're going is through somebody's house. There's a metal grate over here. Locked, of course. Wait, I didn't get to see what you said. Locked from the other side. Okay, so we'll open that up on the way back then. Okay, and we can climb over the passenger seat. You know, I certainly did not expect to be doing some night driving in this game. But it's certainly welcome. And in a game drawn by pencil, I guess it only makes sense that part of the story could be told by thickening and darkening the spread of it. This tunnel looks burned and charred or something. You know, I know I'm stopping constantly, but I want to see all there is to see. Ammo. Well, we have not received a rifle yet, but presumably we will soon. There's a right turn up ahead. Ooh. Hey, this thing's for collecting hay, right? Oh, you did not like that. Maybe we can try it again, or can you truly be killed? Ah, God, your face. I keep forgetting you're in there. Just point and yell. But there's, oh my God! What are you doing to me? Oh, it's like you've trapped me inside. Oh, here we can remove the hay. Send it down that pipe, I guess. There's a key here. Ow! You can hurt me remotely. And we are now very, very slow and dying. We need to break line of sight. Well, what does one do about this? Move, 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 move. Yeah, we needed you guys to be way more dead than you were. And this is with our liquid courage, which in this case was coffee. Right, I didn't realize that was a survival challenge. Ow. Like, you can just point and do damage arbitrarily? I don't see any kind of projectile. Here they all come. Okay, if you're not looking at them, how about you just move? Like, I really can't run? The fact that you can see me means I'm screwed? So, alright, I guess the only real valid way to do this is to simply not be seen at all, because nothing else is gonna work. Problem is, we need to pull in. We need to get your attention. There's no way to be stealthy in this thing. One would think running you over would kill you. I mean, that's clearly what we were teed up for. Alright, let's try using this thing then. What's happening? There we go. Knock you over. Ha, the pitchfork, the hay bale's mortal enemy. With the slow-mo mechanic, I really doubt we'd be able to straight up fight you that way. But I guess in stealth, when there's only one, it's an option. Okay, we may have to Far Cry this thing, because once you notice us, especially in a group, there's basically nothing we can do if breaking line of sight's not an option. Question now is, will your friends show up? I assume you pointing and howling is probably how you call them in. Unless that's what called them in. What is that? That is a headless goat. Hey, I found something of yours. Can I follow you while I wait? There's lights on in that house over there. Presumably that's the artist's house. Well, thank you. I feel like I should, like, pet you or something. Let's draw in our book. Somehow that was the most terrifying thing I've seen in this game. And you're already a headless goat. We're kind of a goat ourselves. We are actually remarkably able to walk on terrain that you wouldn't be able to in most games. Nothing left but a single bathtub. Not quite a view. There's a river below. Anything we can do in here? Some honey pots. More matches. And a whole bunch of these cards. A man looking into a mirror. The devil and a goat. Someone riding a goat. And something that looks very analogous to the creatures we've been seeing. Saving here would help. It's weird because it's not like there's a ton of structures around, but exploring has always been rewarded. Okay, let's see if this gets us anywhere. Oh my god, what am I even walking on? I jumped onto this way too readily. We're really just taking this goat's word that this is the best thing for us? This is our best long-term plan. There they are. Idea what your vision radius would be if I stay over here. That would not help. Oh, come on. Okay, so we do not actually have to be inside that cone. There's one right there. Maybe I can rush through. It seems like they have to individually notice us. One to knock you down. Another to kill. Ah, but the hay fork is broken, so we do have limited use, which makes sense because they're everywhere. But hopefully by closing that gate, we can get through. You don't, you can hit me through there, but you can't seem to open it. I should investigate the bleeding from my backpack. Hey there, you. I didn't expect you to move. You're awake. You must be thirsty. Let me get you some water. Right here, how about? Thankfully, that thing seemed to have a short memory. But we can't fight anymore. I just noticed the faucet. But I get the feeling we're doing right by you. I mean, the morality of this and just the imagery involved, it all feels like such old legends. Like stories grandparents would tell their grandkids about the old country. Okay, that thing is still seeing me and pissed off. I'll go there later. Oh, there's the lift going across. Okay, I can't even imagine how much harder this would be if I hadn't had my coffee. Unfortunately, going back the way we came is not going to be easy. Hopefully the ones we get rid of are permanently gone. What is that? Some kind of stone tablet with an image on it? There is no handle. Leave it to the artist to have a house with a door with no handle. Firewood, we'll need that if we get more coffee. Looks familiar. And are those meant to be darkened fingers grasping her shoulders? It's a painting of Florina. Sure that's all it is? Who put this here? More importantly, what is it? I remember this book, and it's about the legend of a prisoner in the mountain. And I think someone from this valley wrote it. Sometimes it can be worth it to look at an item in the inventory from different sides. The book is called The Mountain Prisoner. The author's name is H.R. Serpentini. He was one of the soldiers on the mountaintop in my vision of the war. Shortly after writing this novel, H.R. vanished while hiking near the Mundaun summit. The manuscript was found in his study, and the book published posthumously. Interesting. Oh, look at that cover art. Maybe this actually came for him first. But all are drawn to the summit. We just had some food, and once again we grow bigger and stronger. Maybe that's why we're able to take down those creatures in 2 hits. Maybe otherwise it would be more. Look, and we can even make some coffee right here. Don't mind if I do. So the Serpentini, I guess the exhibition is long past, and just no one to take these things down.
Serpentini, casas per la pond.
Okay, we already read this earlier. Okay, we can grab that. It looks like everything we need is actually right here. I love this. See, everybody's always in a rush in our society. We're not used to just stopping to make some coffee when we're on the run from the literal devil and his minions. There we go. You know, it's strange, and I'm only recognizing this because I just played it. But this soundtrack really reminds me of a certain level of Hitman Blood Money. Man, look at that. Oh, I get it. Each of these panels depicts like a long hallway, but I bet the one we found over here slots in somewhere. Some pieces are missing. That goes right there. To complete the rooster. But no mind for that now. We've got some coffee to put on. You can go there. You can remove the old firewood to put in the new. We've even got some extra. Oh, wait. Probably want to light that fire, too. Alright. Boop. I do love being able to just stop and relax once in a while. The devil's card frames his appearance. I love this game. I love this game so much. There's plenty here, but if you're observant, there's even more. Okay. You? I still have my little bowl from back home. Let's have a seat for this. I mean, why don't we? I just love hearing the clock tick, hearing the rattles and rumbles of the wood construction, the sound of the wind and crickets outside. So enjoy it I shall.
In een fotografie velia de mais essa zevel se levar de voz a eine schizza.
We're basically already half as brave as we can possibly be. Which means by the end of this, we'll be twice as brave, right? There's that same picture again. Makes sense that they would all have a copy. I should look after the goat head first. Oh wait, can we sleep here? You know, that actually sort of makes sense, doesn't it? I mean, we have a house. Why don't we rest until those things are gone? It won't budge. Wait. But if you're the artist we've been seeing, you've been missing for a real long time.
Se sente so smeglier, mia cara.
Are you feeling better now, my dear?
Grazie.
Indeed, thank you, replies the severed head of Allegria. Can we actually just talk to you whenever we want? Well, I guess if Lorena's going to be a little flake, it might as well have some companionship. Wait, you can talk? Sure. How? You're a goat. The head of a goat. You do look a lot like him. Who? One of the men who did this to me. You need to be careful. I don't like how your hand looks. To be honest, I'm not a fan either. Who do I remind you of? I forgot his name. A friend of my human. I need to rest now and recover from the dark dream. Where did you find me? I found you in the dark chapel. And off to bed you drift. You sound like someone reading a story to children, but that's what this feels like. It feels like a dark storybook. One of those old messed up ones you find in Grandpa's attic and would be deemed too scary for kids today. And then they read it to you and you love it. I'll let her rest. I should also call it a day and find a bed. We've got all the time in the world. Sleep well. Being kind to the paranormal entity always earns you the best outcome in these stories. Oh. Let's get some shut-eye then. I guess this is our home away from home. Maybe each area will have a home base. dark dream. It's just like outside the house. Oh, it stretches and stretches. The back wall seems to be getting farther away, yet the people remain the same size. Well, until now. But like in any dream, we never quite reach our destination. It sounds like someone's walking. And I can see you twitching your little eyes. It's like the reverse Godfather, where this is a good thing. Okay. You hear that music? Must be a radio. For someone to have gone up there, they must have walked right over me. The door is open now. A self-portrait?
Quella lompa fredda de turpentine.
This rag reeks of turpentine.
Probabilmente ens forgiau una ven.
It was probably used to wipe away the bridge in the painting.
Io trovo il buella.
I don't need it right now. You have the power to shape reality with your painting. You don't just arrive to paint what you see. Someone erased part of the bridge. We're gonna have to Okami this thing. We've got some paints and another of those tablets. Well, thank you for setting the mood, radio, because we're gonna have to become an artist ourselves. A hollow face with horns. And one that seems to be melting or molting. I take it you're the creator of the masks we've been finding all over?
Inna tonja.
I already have one, which is all I need.
Forse da si calor fresh.
I should put some fresh color on here. Using what I already have. There we are. Now we can take a brush. And this, I forget what this palette is called. Probably just a palette, right? And now we can slowly paint it back to life. Taking inspiration and painting inspiration into existence. That is so cool. I think it's finished. How dare you? Oh. It's you. It is you. Well, I'm gonna have some words for you then. What are you doing here? Well, you must have known. I didn't hear you come in. How dare you smear on my canvas? I'm not one of those dabblers down in the city who puts their crude marks on anything. Did you ever paint a burning barn? I have made many paintings. You cannot possibly expect me to recall all of them. I saw you painting on the cliff in the Black Hail. I really don't know why he would give the gift to a chump like you. He's spoken to you as well. In fact, your hand is bound. Why? A mistake for me to fix. What's your name? What do you mean, my name? You must be joking. Everybody knows my name. Giovanni Serpentini. You painted her. You painted Florina. Is that why she has some kind of sight? When did you paint the little girl? She sometimes passes by here with her goats. She is a free spirit. Here today, gone tomorrow. Yeah, I noticed. Even with my gifts, I find it hard to capture her. A dude with that beard living in a secluded cabin trying to capture a little girl is not gonna look good for you at your hearing. In a painting, that is. Yeah, that's what they all say in Fortnite. What's in the cellar behind the door with no handle? Ha! Nothing that concerns you. But I will humor you this one time, because like all artists, you desperately want to be asked what it means. A special exhibition of one of my newest masterpieces takes place in the cellar, as you call it. A private viewing. Invitation only. Who is the cellar audience? The global elite. Intellectuals, leaders, tycoons, surgeons. There were 4 people in our vision. I think maybe 4 people in the cart about to be cast down that tunnel as well. As for what I found... my father wrote it after the war. Ah, your father. Well, that makes some things make more sense. We're not talking to a ghost. Creativity and inspiration runs in the Serpentini family. It's a minor work, though. Fiction. Myth. Is your father still alive? He vanished long ago, shortly after he finished the book. And do you think that's a coincidence? After that, I converted the upper floor of the house into my studio. What about your mother? She left him long ago. Never cut out for the mountain life. The devil knows if she still breathes city air down in the lowlands. Well, later, Tater. Goodbye. And you can only scoff at the home intruder, which is, I suppose, more than we're owed. Alright, well, I'll let you get to it. I've got to do some looking around. I do have another panel, although I think we're still missing a third. Why does saving have to sound so ominous? Seems to be a sequence. So now we're only missing the upper left corner. Another one that's repeatedly changing. It's the hail. That's what you meant. You have the gift. I have the gift. And by looking at this, it makes it a reality. That's what you were doing last night. That's why it ended so suddenly. Ow. Well, I suppose that's my fault, but there's the moval. I don't recall taking it out of that area. But I suppose I'm glad it came on its own. We could use this to ride back down the mountain. Or further up it. Where does this go? Wow, they've got a whole hay pipeline running through here. But we are getting closer and closer to the summit, the place where this all began. There's another lift over here. Presumably these act as something of a fast travel system. Okay, not gonna bother with that for now. This, however, is the path to the bridge. Or one path to the bridge. Or a path down to the water. So question, if it's foggy in this game, am I inhaling graphite dust right now? You can even take a dip. Look at that. The bridge is wearing a pair of devil horns. Actually, it's only now that I see it framed up that way that I see it for what it is. That's clearly what it's meant to, I guess, symbolize. A pair of devil horns sitting atop the mountain. I guess we painted it back slightly damaged. We'll want to be careful on the way back. So, at some point in the past, somebody went to all the trouble of building this, only to build this right alongside it. We're in the process of becoming a goat at this rate. But if we can best the devil at his own game, we'll become the goat. It's a whole new area. Well, this way to the beehives. And I guess I had forgotten that all of this is just this guy's grocery shopping list. But I guess it was my grandfather's responsibility for a time, so... It's another one of her little gifts. Sailing at me straight out of the fog, and look at this whole scene reflected in these still waters. Another memory like you're breathing the bees straight out of your pipe, or perhaps calming them with the smoke.
Sogniamo qualcuno pippa.
Is that me with the pipe? Oh no, she's just straight up tutorializing me now. Well, we've been given our instructions then. That would be incredibly easy to miss. What if I had? There's smoke rising from this corner. Oh. Well, at least it's not occupied. Oh no, we need to... We're gonna have to struggle. Back and forth. That's what we need. I suppose we literally walked right into that one. Good thing we put on a few from all this coffee we've been drinking. But who was it? I don't think it would have been the man himself. I think he'd be a little more subtle than that. This. That's the symbol of the unit. Maybe... I don't know, maybe the man we're looking for is actually up here and didn't take kindly to our intrusion. Are you levitating? You appear to be levitating. Okay, I'm gonna go learn of your ability, unless you're an enemy. I swear all I want is some bees, honey. I realize now that these are enemies. There's more than one, which means that these are enemies. In fact, they were depicted in that drawing. Yes, smoke. Oh, a key inside. This door's locked. Where's the key? Well, it just told us. Next to stone hut, chimney smoke. I take it then that that's what we're looking for up there. So if we get out our pipe, here we go, and it says left click to smoke. So maybe we can kind of puff it at you. Maybe I should be waiting until the right moment. Okay, somebody's not happy. I think that one saw me. Yep, that one saw me. Okay, we're gonna try this out on you then. Okay. Oh, you can... Not the bees. No, not the bees. Not the bees! Okay, and... Okay, we can scare them off with smoke. The fact that we have found more tobacco makes me scared, though. It makes it seem like we have a limited number of times we can do that. Alright, we're probably better off just... swinging wide. Is there anybody else? I guess there is, because that music is back. Let's get away. And in we go. Behind doors has always meant safety in this game. That's far more gruesome than anything we've yet encountered. Oh, look at you, you are badly decomposed. The window has more soot in some places than others. That's a strange pattern. I wonder what it's meant to communicate. The four hands in the room and the window is 4 panes high. You really got musical notes out of that. I'm so glad you solved that puzzle for me. Are you not dead? You just like gurgled. Oh wait, I think I see. If we read from left to right, then we could say 1 4 2 3 1. 1 4 2 3 1. 1 4 2 3, 1. No. It was 14231, that thing that I've done a bunch of times, but I guess only now it works. Okay. Well, thanks, bud. You've served your purpose well. Now we have the key. God, this was a horrifying puzzle. A hanged corpse bathed in black soot. I don't know how you even think of this, but I've heard that this game is actually based on, like, certain legends and folklore of the area. How many liberties they've taken, I don't know. But as it stands, I'm mostly just trying to avoid your gaze. Took us all game to find some tobacco. But at least we know what it does now. There were a lot of things left up in the air for a really long time. And a lot of things have started to make sense in this part. Okay, you in. Go, go, go. Hello?
Jou drovel bude pli.
There's more tobacco here. Is somebody there? Use proper radio code discipline. Over. Who's there? Florin? Is this you? No, this is Curtin, Florin's grandson. Florin, do you have my usual supplies? What do you need? 1. Hay for the goats. 2. Schnapps for my cough. 3. Honey for Florina. I don't have all the supplies just yet. Collect them and report back. Over. Okay. Goodbye. Radio discipline. Over and out. Hey there, you. Well, I guess we could sleep here if need be. It's the merry band of boys. And there's another one of those things for protection. I suppose we'd need it. We could seal ourselves in if we wanted. That way, the only way to see inside is that one tiny little peephole. It's somewhat comforting. God. There is actually something really comforting about being able to sit in here and just watch the horrors pass by, unable to get us. But at a certain point, we will have to leave. This is doing something very rare in games, where every moment feels like a new scripted scene, you know? I mean, in a movie, you wouldn't have the 85th hallway you have to shoot your way down like you would in a game. And here, it really does feel like each moment is completely unique and self-defined. I think it means my memories of this, I can already feel, are going to be extremely vivid. In the meantime, though, I am perfectly content to stay in here and cozy where the evil witches can't get me. Next time we get to go beekeeping and more, but that'll have to wait until next time. Until then, if you like this video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more creepy and comfy content. If you have any ideas for other videos you think I should do, the best place to suggest that will be at the Discord, which I will link in the description. If you want to try this game out for yourself, that link will also be in the description. If you want to support me on Patreon, that link will be in the description. And as always, I will see you in the next one.